Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Todd and Julie Chrisley released from prison after Trump's pardon. Todd and Julie Chrisley have both been released from prison, a source familiar with the situation told ABC News. The reality stars were released from the custody of the Bureau of Prisons after President Donald Trump pardoned the couple of their crimes on Wednesday. The official word came a day after his communications advisor announced the president would pardon the pair, who are serving time for tax evasion and bank fraud. Their daughter, Savannah Chrisley, posted an image on Instagram Wednesday afternoon appearing to show Trump signing and posing with the pardon. A White House official confirmed the pardon. Savannah Chrisley had appealed to the Trump administration for pardons for her parents and spoke at the 2024 Republican National Convention. She said on Tuesday that Trump had called her to notify her that he was signing pardon paperwork for both of my parents. I will forever be grateful for President Trump, his administration, and everyone along the way, all of my lawyers, the people who put in countless hours and effort and love for my family to make sure that my parents got home. The 27-year-old said in a video on Instagram on Tuesday. The Chrisleys' son Chase Chrisley thanked the president for pardoning his parents. "Our rocks are back," he posted on Instagram. "Thank you to Mr. President at Real Donald Trump at POTUS for making a remarkable decision and bringing our family back together. We love, support, and thank you, Mr. President. God bless you and your entire family. Continue to make America great again." Outside the federal prison camp in Pensacola, Florida, on Wednesday evening, Savannah Chrisley fought back tears as she waited for her father's release. "This process has been absolutely insane," she told reporters. "I'm just so grateful that I'm going to leave here with my dad. I've literally been here since 2 a.m. I didn't bring clothes or a toothbrush," she said. "I'm just a daughter who wants to take my dad home." Savannah Chrisley said her younger brother Grayson Chrisley was en route to pick up their mother, and their younger sister Chloe had been calling a gazillion times asking for updates. Savannah Chrisley described an emotional exchange when she shared the news with her parents. "My mom was in tears," she said. "It was absolutely amazing." The Chrisley family's story won't fade from public view. Savannah Chrisley confirmed a new reality series is in the works with Lifetime. Her parents, who haven't seen or spoken to each other since entering prison more than 2 years ago, are expected to reunite soon. The couple, who became famous for their show, Chrisley Knows Best, were sentenced in November 2022 to a combined 19 years in prison on charges including fraud and tax evasion. Todd Chrisley was sentenced to 12 years in prison and 16 months of probation, while Julie Chrisley was ordered to serve 7 years in prison and 16 months of probation. The couple was also ordered to pay $17.8 million in restitution. The charges against the Chrisleys stem from activity that occurred at least as early as 2007, when the couple allegedly provided false information to banks and fabricated bank statements when applying for and receiving millions of dollars in loans, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. In 2014, 2 years after the alleged bank fraud scheme ended, the couple is accused of fabricating bank statements and a credit report that had been physically cut and taped or glued together when applying for and obtaining a lease for a home in California. In their sentencing memo, prosecutors said the Chrisleys had engaged in a 15-year fraud spree. Chrisley Knows Best premiered in 2014 and followed the lavish lifestyle of wealthy real estate developer Todd Chrisley. The sun was high in the sky when the gates of the Pensacola federal prison swung open, revealing two faces the world hadn't seen together in over 2 years. Todd and Julie Chrisley, once America's favorite reality TV power couple turned federal inmates, stepped into the blinding light of freedom. Their unexpected release, after receiving a full presidential pardon from former President Donald Trump, sent shockwaves through the entertainment world and beyond. Clad in crisp white suits, a symbolic gesture of their rebirth, Todd and Julie emerged to a crowd of reporters, family members, and curious onlookers. Cheers erupted as Chloe, now a confident and mature preteen, ran into her grandmother Julie's arms. Savannah Chrisley, flanked by her brothers Chase and Grayson, broke down in tears. Todd, never one to miss a photo op, raised his hands triumphantly and quipped, "God might not wear goopsie, but today he wore red, white, and blue." The pardon, announced via a cryptic Truth Social post from Donald Trump just days earlier, cited unfair targeting by the deep state and selective prosecution of good Christian Americans. While political commentators debated the motivations behind it, the Chrisleys wasted no time leaning into the moment. Grace and Grit, the first interview. Within 48 hours of their release, Todd and Julie sat down for an exclusive tell-all with none other than Megyn Kelly. The set was designed to mimic the living room of their once glamorous Nashville mansion. Todd, now sporting salt and pepper hair and a newfound seriousness in his eyes, didn't shy away from the hard questions. "I was angry, Megyn," he admitted. "I was angry, betrayed, and humiliated. But prison taught me something I never expected. Silence can be louder than words." Julie, whose health had been under intense speculation during her incarceration, looked radiant. "There were nights I didn't think I'd make it out alive," she confessed. "But my faith and the letters from fans kept me going. I wasn't just surviving, I was planning my comeback." Megyn leaned in. "And what about Trump's pardon? Did you ever expect that?" Todd smiled slyly. "Let's just say we had friends in heavenly and high places." Redemption or rebranding? Back in the public eye, the Chrisleys wasted no time in launching their next chapter. Within a week of their release, a new Instagram account titled @ Chrisley Rising had racked up over 3 million followers. The bio read, "From prison to purpose. Watch us rebuild, reclaim, and rise." Savannah teased an upcoming docuseries, already being shopped to major streaming platforms. "This isn't Chrisley Knows Best," she said in a live stream. "This is Chrisley Knows Redemption. We're not hiding from what happened. We're telling our truth." Chase, ever the opportunist, hinted at a spiritual wellness brand called Convicted and Cleansed, selling everything from prison-inspired journals to forgiveness candles, with scents like Fresh Start and Grace. Julie, meanwhile, began writing a memoir titled Behind These Walls, What I Learned in Federal Prison. A chapter excerpt read, "Sometimes you find your purpose in the darkest places. Sometimes a 4x6 cell is the beginning of your testimony." Public reaction. Mixed but loud. As expected, the reactions were polarized. Supporters flooded social media with the hashtag Chrisley Comeback, praising the family for their faith, resilience, and Southern charm. One fan tweeted, "We all make mistakes. What matters is how you rise after the fall. Welcome back, Todd and Julie." Critics, however, were less forgiving. Two rich TV stars convicted of fraud get out early because they're friends with Trump. What kind of message is that sending? One political commentator wrote, "Where's the justice for everyday Americans?" Still, the Chrisleys seemed unfazed. "Let the Hatters talk," Todd said during a surprise appearance at a Nashville church. "Jesus turned water into wine. I'm just trying to turn felonies into faith." A new era of Chrisley. In the days that followed, the couple resumed their iconic roles. Todd, the loud and unapologetically sassy patriarch, and Julie, the calm but unwavering voice of reason. But there was a visible transformation. The humor was still there, but now layered with humility and raw honesty. During the reunion dinner streamed live on YouTube, Todd stood to toast his family. "I used to think money made you rich," he said. "Now I know it's freedom, it's grace, and it's the ability to walk out of hell holding the hand of the woman you love." Julie wiped a tear and added, "And to everyone who doubted us, we forgive you. We just hope you keep watching." The camera zoomed out as gospel music swelled in the background. Chloe passed out plates of banana pudding, and Savannah raised her glass to the sky. A family torn apart was now back together, and in classic Chrisley fashion, they were turning their scandal into a sermon.